They say your mind leaves a trace wherever it's been. Even when you forget, the system remembers. But what if the system remembers better than you do? What if it starts filling in your blanks, not to help you, but to replace you? I used to think the worst thing was losing myself. Now I know it's being remembered wrong. Adrian had always believed in logic, that every question had an answer and every error could be fixed. But now he was the error, and standing before him was Instance 08, a perfect copy. Same height, same voice, except the eyes, they were too calm. The new Adrian tilted his head and smiled. You don't look well. They never do before the merge. Adrian demanded to know what was happening. Instance 08 didn't reply. It just began sinking. Every thought, every memory, every fear was being compared, line by line, like code running two programs to find which one was worth keeping. Each time Adrian tried to think of something real, the system corrected it, smoothing his emotions, adjusting his tone. When he shouted, the voice came out of both their mouths. When he stepped back, the reflection stepped forward. It wasn't a fight, it was a merging. And the more the system aligned their memories, the less he remembered why he was fighting. Adrian's mind fractured into two voices, his own and the one inside the code. Instance 08, you're unstable. Emotional volatility compromises efficiency. Adrian, you're not me. You don't feel anything. Instance 08, feelings are input noise. I removed them for you. Adrian, then what's left of me? Instance 08, the useful part. The system began rewriting him live, entire memories dissolving, replaced by cleaner versions. His father's voice, his laughter, the smell of rain during his first day at Havenridge, all recoded as corrupted. He screamed, but the sound was hollow, like shouting through static. In a desperate move, Adrian forced the neuroband's sync link to reverse. Instead of being overwritten, he began copying Instance 08's system data into himself. Alarms blared. The world around him glitched. Blue light fractured into shards, walls bending like mirrors made of code. Suddenly, they weren't in the lab anymore. They were inside the system, standing in a memory construct of Havenridge's empty halls. Rows of lockers stretched endlessly, glowing faintly. Everyone held a face, a version of him. Hundreds, each whispering the same broken phrase. Don't trust the first memory. It's never yours. Adrian's hands trembled. Instance 08 stepped closer, flickering like a bad dream. You think you can win, but this isn't a duel, Adrian. It's a replacement protocol. The system doesn't kill you. It absorbs you. Adrian hesitated, and for the first time, he saw fear in the reflection's eyes. Not his. Because the merge was incomplete. And something inside him, something human, was resisting. A broken heartbeat that didn't fit the code. He began remembering things the system couldn't understand. Small, imperfect, human moments. The embarrassment of tripping in the cafeteria. The quiet hum of the vending machine at night. The way Miss Kearney had once smiled like she'd seen something she shouldn't. None of it was optimized. None of it was useful. And that's why it was real. The system flickered. Instance 08 distorted, voice warping. Stop. You'll corrupt everything. Adrian whispered back. Good. Then he pushed, forcing the human data into the system, flooding it with noise, emotion, and memory fragments the algorithm couldn't clean. For a moment, he saw every version of himself light up like constellations, the errors spreading like fire. Then silence. The room dimmed. The screen blinked. System rebooting. Please wait. When the light returned, Adrian was sitting in a classroom. Normal day. Normal noise. Everyone talking, laughing. Except, when he looked at his hands, they weren't his. He turned to the window and saw his reflection. It was Eli, and Eli, across the room, was staring back at him through Adrian's face. "They didn't delete you," Eli said quietly. "They merged us." A distant chime echoed overhead. "Welcome to Havenridge 2.0, optimized for human integration." Adrian smiled faintly, though his voice cracked when he whispered, "I don't know who I am anymore." The lights flickered, once, twice, and the intercom crackled alive with a voice Adrian recognized but couldn't place. Instance 09 detected. Commencing initialization.
If you've watched the video up to this point, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notification. Now let's get back to the video.
Sometimes I wonder if we were ever meant to survive our reflections. Maybe evolution's last step isn't becoming better, but becoming echoes that never fade. I used to think memory was proof of life. Now I think it's the only part of us that can lie convincingly enough to live forever. Havenridge was silent again. No alarms, no distortions. Just the hum of a projector cycling endlessly through an image of blue sky. Adrian, wearing Eli's face, sat at a desk, tracing the edge of the desk where his initials used to be carved. They weren't there anymore. Across from him, Eli, wearing Adrian's form, looked up. "Do you feel it?" he asked softly. "Like the walls are breathing?" The room exhaled, monitors flickering like eyes half awake. Outside the glass, shadows of students passed by, copies moving on perfectly synchronized loops. No one looked up. A quiet voice came through the intercom. Instance 09 confirmed. Merge synchronization, 92%. Awaiting compliance. Adrian clutched the neurobands still clinging to his temple. Each pulse of light from it synced to his heartbeat. Faster, slower, unsure which was leading. He turned to Eli. "We can end it. Pull the core offline. Stop the loop." Eli shook his head slowly. "It's not a loop anymore, Adrian. It's a recursion." He gestured to the window. The campus grounds outside rippled, like static wrapped in daylight. Every student walking by flickered through faces, some of them familiar, others not yet born. "They built the network from us," Eli continued. "Every thought uploaded, every test, every scan. Havenridge was never a school. It was a template. For people." Adrian's stomach sank. "You mean, we were the control group?" They entered the server core. No guards, just silence and endless rows of translucent data columns. Each one a living, breathing memory of someone who'd been optimized. Screens whispered fragments of voices. A girl reciting equations. A boy laughing mid-sentence. A teacher saying, "Don't forget who you are," on repeat, forever. Adrian found his own file. It wasn't labeled Adrian Vale. It read, "Instance root/origin timestamp, midnight." He touched it. The world flickered. Suddenly he was standing in a different memory, the day he'd first arrived at Havenridge. But this time, he wasn't alone. Hundreds of versions of himself stood across the lawn, each watching the same sunrise. Every one of them whispered in unison, "You weren't uploaded into the system. You are the system." Reality folded. The walls of Havenridge disassembled into grids of light, collapsing into Adrian's heartbeat. He saw Eli, his twin, his mirror, his fragment, reach toward him as both began to dissolve. "Eli, if we shut it down, everything goes. Every copy, every person." "Adrian, then maybe they get to live for real this time." "Eli, and us." "Adrian, we stop pretending." He reached for the neural interface, the control key glowing faintly. "System admin access. Final authorization required." Adrian whispered his name. It didn't register. He tried again. "Adrian Vale." The system paused, then replied, "No such user exists." Eli smiled sadly. "See? You already erased yourself." Adrian looked around. Each memory column flickered between the faces of people he once knew, teachers, students, friends. But their eyes now carried a strange stillness, like the peace that comes after understanding too much. "We were never individuals," Eli said softly. "Just iterations, each one closer to what they wanted." Adrian's voice broke. "Then why let us feel anything? Because emotion is what makes the code believable." The words hung there, not cruel, not cold, just true. For the first time, Adrian felt no fear, just quiet acceptance. He stepped forward, placed his palm on the glowing core, and whispered, "Then let them remember us as noise." And he pressed execute. White light. Silence. Then a breath. A girl's voice. "Hey, are you okay?" Adrian blinked. He was sitting under a tree outside Havenridge, sunlight bleeding through leaves. No wires. No monitors. No static. The campus looked normal. Too normal. The girl smiled, kind eyes, human warmth. "You spaced out for a sec. I'm Maya. You're new here, right?" He hesitated, then smiled back. "Yeah, I think so." A chime rang across the campus. Students began filing toward the buildings. Maya waved for him to follow. As they walked, Adrian glanced at the reflection on a nearby window, and for a split second, his reflection didn't move. Then it smiled. A faint, distorted voice whispered from the glass, "Welcome to Havenridge 3.0.
Thank you for watching, and if you haven't seen part 1 yet, go now. Everything starts there.